To manually install Joomla, you have to go to their website, joomla.org. And because Joomla is a free software, anyone can have access to it. So click on the download link. Next, you want to click on Download Joomla 3.2. I have already downloaded it, and once you've downloaded it on your hard drive, you want to unzip or extract the files. So double click on it, and for the extracting I am using B1, and B1 is a free archiver that allows you to be able to extract files. Just go to b1.org, and once you get there, you can be able to download right there. Just click on free download, and it walks you through the process of downloading it. So once you've done that, I am going to right click on it and extract it. And as you can see from this particular file has 23.9 megabytes. So give it a few moments for the extraction to complete. Okay, the extraction has now been completed. So you want to locate the extraction file, which is right here. Double click on it. And these are all the files in that particular folder. So next, you need an FTP, that is File Transfer Protocol. This is going to allow you to transfer the files from your desktop to the server and vice versa. For the FTP, what I'm using is FileZilla. It's a free FTP. You have to go to FileZilla-project.org and you can download this. Once you've downloaded and set everything up, then you can open it. Alright, this is what FileZilla looks like. You're going to need three information. You need the host, the username, and the password. The host is usually the website name, the username for that website, and the password for that website. If you don't have this information, please contact your web host and they'll be more than happy to give this to you. Once you receive your host, your username, and your password, you want to put those in these spots. Since I have mine already connected, I just have to locate it and connect to it. So now I am connected to this. I had the wrong one here. Okay. You want to go to public_.html, and I am going to create a folder. Since this is not going on the primary domain, I have to create a folder for this. So right click, create directory, Joomla demo. Okay. And scroll down to locate the new folder created. Alright, here it is, Joomla demo. And at the left column, if you notice here, this is where all your stuff on your hard drive is stored. So you want to locate that particular file that you just downloaded, the Joomla. Alright, here it is, Joomla 3.2. So double click on it, and then you have all the files in that folder. What you want to do is just drag, just click, left click and hold down to highlight all the items. And you want to locate this file that you just created, the Joomla demo. So come back here, just drag and just drop it in there. Bam, just like that. And as you can see at the very bottom here, this particular files, this folder has over 5,000 files. So this takes a few minutes to load. So we'll give it a few minutes. Once the upload has been completed, then we'll come back to complete the installation. In the meantime, while the files are being uploaded to the server, you need to create a database. And a database allows you to store information. This is how people are able to log in to your website. This is where your data, your content, and other information is being stored. So on your cPanel, locate the database section and click on MySQL Databases. And for the name, you can create any name you want. I'm just going to put in Joomla and create database and go back, and you want to create the user. Now you can use the same username as in database name, and which is what I'm doing here, so you don't have to use a different username and different database name. I'm using just the same, and then create a password. And once you type in your password, you notice that it shows the strength. So you always want to pick a password that has a very strong strength, and then click on create user, and then go back. You want to save password? Yes. And then go back. Now the next step is you want to connect the user with this database. So click on the databases that you have. If you don't have any, then you should have just a primary one, but in this case I have a few demos that I have set up here for other projects. So you want to click on to locate the database you created, the user, and then you want to locate the database, and then click add. Next, you want to check this all privileges. And once you've checked that, that is going to allow you access and privilege for all these, from alter, create, delete, execute, and then you want to click on make changes. Now it's very important that you save the username and the database name, because you're going to need that in order to complete the installation. So you want to save this, you want to copy and paste this, including the password as well. We're going to need that to complete the installation. So click on go back. So this is done, and now you're ready to complete the installation. Alright, so all the files have been successfully transferred over to the server. The next step now is to complete the installation, and you have to go on the URL that you're completing this from. In other words, if you're installing this on the primary domain, all you have to do is put in your domain name. But if you're installing a subdirectory like I'm doing here, I just put in the Joomla demo, and you're automatically going to be redirected to the installation page. So from here, we'll just put in the site name, Joomla demo, and then you're going to put in the admin, and then confirm the password. And where it says site offline, just leave that to no, don't change anything. And then you want to click on for the language, just leave the language as the default, click on next. And this is where you need to put in the database information from what we created before. So what you want to do here is you want to put in the password, and don't change the prefix. Everything else leave as it is, and you want to click on next. Alright, database could not connect. Okay, when this happens, you have to make sure that you put in the right database information. So I'm just going to go back here just to verify that I do have the right database. And just make sure that everything is connected. Alright, so Okay, the reason why this did not work is because I was using a different prefix. Instead of using the right one, I'm using something else. So once I change this, and that's why it's so important to make sure that you have the right information for the database, or else it will not work. So once I change this and I click next, this should go through. All right, there we go. So you want to select the default English, which is the fourth option, and scroll down. Everything looks okay. And one thing too, the pre-installation check, you want to make sure that everything here says yes. Now there are times occasionally when your magic codes GPC is off. You want to turn that to make sure that this is not saying no. If it's saying no, then you will not be able to complete the installation. In cases like that, you have to contact your web host company and they will fix that for you. And then once you've done that, you want to click on install. And it goes through. And finally, you want to click on remove installation folder. And then from there, you have two options. You can go directly to the site, or you can go to the admin. I usually just go to the admin, make sure that's loaded correctly, and then I can go to the site from there. So just click on administrator. Alright, so that's working. My login. Okay, so everything looks great once you've got to this point. If you want to look at the front end, you click right at the very top here. It says Joomla demo preview. You click on it and it opens this. So if the front end looks like this and the back end looks like this, then you did everything the right way. So next we're going to take a look at, understanding how this whole new system works.